Welcome on back to the single player survival world, and man, do I need a new pathway to get up here. It takes way too freaking long, and speaking of things taking way too long, I have been spending quite a lot of time blowing up a lot of stuff inside the nether, and I think they all just finished smelting up right here. We got 14 more netherite scraps, got a few out of a bastion I found, and got a few out of just, ancient debris mining and things like that. So that's 3 more netherite ingots that we have for ourselves and 3 more tools that we are going to be upgrading. Now, I believe what I'm going to do here is grab this shovel, and then outside of that, I'm also going to come in here and grab some of these lovely little pieces of armor that we have so we can just get a little bit better protected, because right now it's a little rough, everybody, and I thought it'd be nice to actually get some netherite gear rolling. So let's go ahead and throw these on, get that guy in there, and then we still have our lovely little hard hat, and these look really cool. This looks super sweet. I feel very, very strong right now. The shoulder plates must be like a block bigger. And hello, Mr. Wandering Trader. How are you doing? Okay, then. And anybody going in the lava? I guess not. Okay, well, anyways, thank you everybody so very much for the support on the last episode. Seemed like a lot of people enjoyed it, and we're getting the first bits of terraforming in around this place. Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have upgraded my boots so that we could have some feather falling, but that's fine. We can worry about that one later. One thing that I would actually like to update here is one of our lovely little job things that we have in here for tasks to do. So we got this one going, that's already in the works. And then one in here, the full enchanted nether armor reward to the elytra again. What I want to change this one to, and road being completed. Because right now, we could easily get our netherite armor finished up here. Like, that just requires probably another hour or so of nether mining. But I don't want to get that elytra quite yet, because I kind of enjoy this going back to the basics things here. However, what I would like to get started with in today's episode is we're going to do a little bit of building and setting up our nether portal area to look a lot better. And then also inside of the nether, I would love to be able to come over here and spend a bit of time and no, not in the lava, not in the lava. That's where we don't want to spend time. Get the heck out of here. Run. Okay, I need to make that pathway a lot better. But speaking of which, I wanted to create a nether base to keep ourselves a little bit more safe in the nether. Seems like we really need it. That being said, though, I was thinking this area up here could be a cool starting point for a nether base. So we can have our portal back in there a little bit off the way. And then we have this kind of cleared out area in here that I thought would be a very great point to get started. But I think with this one, we take the safer approach first and work from the outside moving in. Now, for starters, I kind of want to focus on this area over here and do a little bit of terraforming to prep it up first. And then after we have the terraformed area out, I think it'll be much easier adding in a lot of our nether stuff. Fortunately, I really only have this stack of stone right here to do the terraforming bits. What I wanted to do was more or less extend this guy down to here, so it comes all the way into the ground for that one. This one over here can extend all the way down as well, and maybe have it coming out at a bit bigger of an angle here, so it kind of stretches all the way down into these bits. Then this guy over here, I want to angle it up a little bit better, so we better get a different archway to it. I like that little air gap that we have up in that point, but I also want to extend this guy where we have that cone over here and it's kind of a flat face. If we took like right here and started extending this going upwards and bringing the arch around a lot better, I think we can create an awesome atmosphere in here. And then I want to add a little bit of a water feature, adding a waterfall coming down into a pool inside of here. One thing I also wanted to test as we're doing this is because I want to make it look like, wow, that is a fast shovel. Holy cow. Okay. One thing I want to test though is if we place a bunch of our netherrack in here, this isn't going to stay. This is just a temporary farming method for me right now. And then we add in some warped nylium. If we bone meal the nylium, does it grow across? Oh, it does, but it's very bad. That's 1 per each. All right, we're still going to want to farm this on the inside, but that at least is a way that we can reproduce this stuff, which would be super helpful. But it's time for me to get down in the mines, gather up a little bit more stone and everything, and then get to work on this section right here. I swear, mining with this netherite stuff is so easy. It's so fast. It's insane. We did get a few diamonds out of this too. We got 3 diamond ore that we can work with here. I'm just using the silk touch pickaxe here, and it's awesome. Cleared out about all this stuff here in maybe 10 minutes. 15 minutes. It's like, I feel like a beacon is still great because instant mine, but like this is totally acceptable if you don't have one. It just means the projects aren't absolutely terrible. Granted, this is an enchanted one, so it goes a little bit faster, but it's still pretty awesome. And also, we're fixing this mine today. I hate this pathway that I have to get out of here. This is my path out of the mine. Go up here, over this way, up this way. And then we get one of those incredibly annoying 2x2 staircases. I'm over here building, and this dude just keeps staring at me from the top up there. He's just hanging. But I'm working on getting our lovely little bit of an archway in here, and it should be pretty sweet. I wanted to really stretch this one out here so I had more space to work with on it. And if we come over here, maybe we can do a little bit like that, and then do the stone, and do the stone right here. And that'll be more of an archway of what I keep forgetting about that feather falling thing. But that's more of an archway of what I'm thinking there. So we can fill it in like this, maybe thicken that bit out a little bit more. It's going to come up this way a little bit, and then it's going to swoop back down to there. And then we clean up this archway on this side as well, and maybe bring these two things in here a little bit closer. I think that's going to look really, really fantastic for this area. So I think I'm going to get a lot more work on this one done here. This part I'm kind of using more as almost like an inspiration for you all of here's the steps of how to go through it. So as I get kind of these next shapes in here and the general things filled out, I'll show y'all what we got going on. Sorry if you hear any pounding from above in the background here. My upstairs neighbor is doing some work in their kitchen, apparently. So what I've got going on in here, though, is I spent a lot of time because, you know, said work upstairs has been causing a lot of noise. So I've come in here, added this entire arch over here, this arch over here. I've kind of widened out the bases on these a good amount and brought that up to there. Then that one connects, and it just kind of comes down to the default stuff inside of this area for now. But I think it's turned out really, really sweet, and I'm not really sure what I want to do back in there. I'm thinking some blackstone, like leaching out the sides of this could be pretty sweet. And honestly, we could just fill this in like right here and create a little bit of a fun top for us. Like that, and then that'll be a pretty easy way to move from there. What I have been doing, though, is I did bring a small little pond, like I was talking about bringing that fountain in, or the waterfall in. And that starts itself way up here. We're going to have a little waterfall right there. We'll probably transform this a bit when we add in that upstairs area. The creeper did help me blow that portion up. And then it comes down here, and now I need to actually, you know, fill in the rest of this point. So I was thinking we could, this netherite shovel is too fast, man. It is too fast for my own good. We can fill that stuff in and bring it all the way down here. And that gives us a small little streamy area right like that, which I think is really cool. And one thing I did want to add on to this one to actually help make it a little bit more unique is we can come do a slight bit of the terraforming action right in here and do a little bit of stuff right like this. And I think just this little tiny bit of stone along here in a few different spots will actually help out a lot with making this build just kind of come to life and just adding in more of a riverbank to ourselves. We are going to be getting rid of a lot of that sugarcane. It's just temporarily in there for now. And now it's time for me to netherify. I think that's a good word for it. We're going to netherify this area and probably bring a basalt pathway out here a little good ways. Do that blackstone stuff stretching out to the sides. And then, yeah, we'll see where the mushrooms take us, everybody. I swear this is a family-friendly channel. That was a weird way to say things. Let's go build some mushrooms. Just connecting up our pathway over here super fast. And I've got a little bit of an update for you. I've spent a good while connecting up these lower areas and kind of building in the nether aspects for ourselves. And I just went back and grabbed a few of our warped goods and our crimson goods so we can start detailing this area out. I went back into the nether and got a bunch of this stuff here, and I've been slowly decorating it out, and I think it's looking really sweet. But adding in a few of like the sprouts and everything like this, we can get some more of the fungal growth out of this one. And I think it'll look really, really sweet down here because we can just slowly add these things in together. But anyways, I wanted to bring like a mushroom kind of gumming up this way that's going to go up that way, kind of hanging on the wall. Then we can have a crimson one kind of going out of this crimson point right here. Then we can do another one that I'm thinking almost is going to like wrap around this thing, which should be pretty sweet. And then a final probably, that'd be 3. Let's get those 3 in for now, and then we'll see where it takes us from there. I've been building up some of those mushroom trees over there, and oh my gosh, we are going to be needing a lot more bone meal, because one, it's bone meal this. Get those things. Bone meal again, and again. But then you bone meal them again, because I don't think they grow naturally to get you a whole tree, and then that's when you get this mess when we do it all the way around here. So I've been doing this. And I only have 50 bone blocks to me. Thankfully, we can get back into the nether and get some more pretty easily, which will be nice. But that being said, it's going to be kind of a pain. This is where my new tree farm is. I need to expand this thing a little bit more. But there's a lot of them for us. Oh my gosh, that's a tall one. But thankfully, this thing right here, all we need to do is put some netherrack right next to it for us. And then we bone meal that stuff and we get more of it. So it's easy to make more of that block. But like it's at least a minimum of 3 bone meal step per each thing. And that has all resulted in this awesome area over here. I think it is so very cool. It's looking very, very unique. I think it's really sweet. We got the one blue one, and then out of the red patch here, another red patch here. We've got those unique guys as well, and then it's very dark back in here. Added that little fire in that we were talking about, but I think it's going very well with the environment. I don't know if I pointed out this bridge last time, but we've got that connected up here too. And I think this is pretty good for the exterior bit. I think it's time that we get to jump into the nether and do some more building in there. But first and foremost for me on that one, I gotta get some quartz. I want to use bright, shiny quartz blocks inside of there, because my friends, I don't want to do dark stuff inside the dark nether. We gotta go bright and shiny on this one. I've been doing quite a bit of resource gathering for quartz and everything like that, and I was out here and it was nighttime, headed into the nether. I was like, for once I'm not gonna sleep, and look how cool it looks. I love how bright and glowy everything is inside of here, and let's go and see if we can't get started on this base. I'd love to see if we could almost create like a dojo style little shrine something or another. I wanted to use some colorful blocks, so I was thinking we could do some quartz pillars just on the side. And so we go with like that, and then we can bring it over 5 blocks and 5, and then this would be a little box right here for us. And then the middle is gonna probably just be our quartz bricks, because I want to try working with this block and go with very much a whitewash theme like I was talking about here. So I think this will work out pretty well for us. And then we bring up all the corner pillars to being 4 tall, and we can use a little bit of our crimson wood. I was thinking crimson wood on the outside, and then we do warped on the inside. So we have the warped in here, and then we have a little bit of that crimson border kind of sticking out. Probably even one further, that would the thing would come up to being like, what would that be, like right here? And if we were to go with the high point on the corner and then just have the sway throughout, we can go the step down by a half slab and then 2 across and then 3 down here, and then that would bring us up again to this point right like this. And we can bring these in super simple right throughout here, and then we end up at that highest point right there. Well, I did all those 1 too low, and I'm sure all the here, there, blah, blah, blahs are very, very easy to understand and everything, but that's how my brain works while I'm trying to think through these things. So that gives us a point. Oh my gosh. Every time I fall a block here when I'm not intending to, I get so scared. But we get a little bit of a sway right like that throughout here. If I do that all the way around and then bring it to a point inside the middle, I think it's going to work pretty well. I've added in that second trim layer right in here with our warp slabs and everything like that, and I'm working on a little bit of bringing our crimson stuff up in here into the center. And I thought it'd be kind of cool almost to have it like stepping its way up here. I'm not really sure where these are gonna go. Apparently right there. All right, well, I'm gonna have to fix this point up here and do some stairs in that point. But anyways, I was thinking it'd be kind of sweet to have this almost like sticking up here in the center, so we can do this, and then that'll be sticking up. And then this guy right here would probably be, let's just do a slab right in there for now. And then we'd be bringing this stuff up here a little bit further in the center. I don't even know if that's a full block or not. And we could throw a few fences sticking up out of that to give ourselves a little bit more of a point. And then I gotta figure out some way to light this thing. So I'm thinking from underneath, we could add a few chains hanging down in here and get some more of that colorful stuff with like soulfire lanterns or something, or maybe just regular lanterns. And what I really want to do inside the center of this is I want to put a lodestone inside of here. The lodestones are something that we can use to actually hook up a compass to. So if we ever get lost in the nether, which happens more than I care to admit, we can use that as a quick way to basically pull out the compass and be like, all right, that way is back home, let's go over there. After a quick trip back in from the overworld, I've got this thing in here, and I brought in a few lanterns to throw on tops of all of these stairs around the side. I completely forgot to bring chains. But I've added a few fences to the top of this one, and I think it's looking okay. It's much smaller than I'd really had anticipated it being, but I think for now, this is really just our nether starter base. I wanted to have a place where we could jump in here and just have a spot to chill and have a spot to get that lodestone in here. But unfortunately, where is my crafting table? It's up there. To make a lodestone, we need all of these lovely things. Chiseled stone bricks, easy. Netherite ingot, not so easy. So I gotta go do a little bit more mining. So it's time to go shear all of our sheepies, and we gotta be able to make that thing to put it in there. The lodestone is gonna be very, very important for us on this whole nether journey, because getting lost in here takes, I probably spent a total of 4 hours trying to get back home because I've been lost already. And coordinates are one thing, but I don't want to rely on those. Oh, right. I forgot all my sheep got eaten by foxes or wolves or whatever the heck eats sheep in this game. Well, there's enough for 3 beds. Hopefully we get lucky, I guess. We just need 2. We just need 2 ancient debris. Oh, perfect. We actually have some wool sitting in here too. And to double check, we have 2 netherite scraps. So yeah, we just need 2 more of those ancient debris. And to do that, let's go ahead and craft up a bunch of white beds. And we've got too much stuff on us. This spot is really not safe. It's really not safe. There's a magma slime on my head. Bye, buddy. Goodbye. I'm gonna run off this way, avoiding that lava. It's great. It's nice having a structure out here. Something that we can actually hang out in. We need to turn it into a little bit more of a functional base to it. I can't afford one of those respawn anchors yet, but everything else we can pretty much get in here. A few chests, just a little bit of area from smelting, and we should be good to go on that. And this is the lovely little warp vine to get us down, and I'm so happy I made this thing. Nope. Woohoo! And still hit the floor. So I got my beds, I put my hard hat on, and well, I started blasting. I was really hoping that would have got us some. Okay, time to blast away some areas here so we can actually get some ancient debris for ourselves. And there we go, 4 beds in, and we finally got 1 ancient debris. Just 1? Is there any more around this guy? Nothing. Okay, well, 1 down, 1 to go. Yeah, we only need 2. Perfect. I almost think this might be faster than working with beds. It's just going around and blowing everything up like this with a pickaxe. I don't have a great way to repair a pickaxe yet, but I feel like it's at least something that's, you know, quite doable when you're instant mining literally everything. Oh, no, that's not good. That's not the good part. Okay, well, lava is not a fun way to end that one. We are down to the last bed and still are only at 1 ancient debris, which is kind of a bummer, but you know, it's fine. We'll see what we can do. If anything, I'll just, nope, we're not gonna go that way. That is basalt, that is very blast resistant. Last bed right here, number 9, lucky number 9. Yay, lucky number 9. Perfect. Oh, very lucky number 9. I like this one. Oh, this is a very sweet spot. Oh, even more. We actually got 3 in this little area here. Perfect. Okay, that's going to bring us up a few more than we actually need. So we got some extras now. Perfect. And I'm in the lava, and I'm in the lava. I don't like to be in the lava. Please get me out of here. And okay, we're fine. I swear, at this point in time, I've only used the super smelter to smelt like 4 pieces of netherite scraps at a time. Very, very efficient things over here. But we've got a netherite ingot, and that allows us to create this lovely little lodestone here. I need to craft a compass, and then we're getting back in the nether to set it up. Just looking at this area over here makes me so happy about it. I can't wait to, I think next episode we're going to add another building in right through here. Maybe with a little small like water wheel or something on it. And then work on the farmland areas a bit. I've got a few ideas for other builds, but if there's anything that you all want to be seeing me focus on more around this area, please be sure to let me know down in the comments below. There's a lot of cool builds that we can make in this place, and I want to know if y'all want to see more nethery stuff, or now that we're in the nether, should we stay focusing on the overworld? Let me know what type of stuff y'all want to be seeing here. A lot of people have been back and forth on it, but it's all been very, very great feedback so far. So everybody who has left some, thank you. Thank you so very much. And we can toss our lovely little lodestone inside of here, and this is going to be starting out our nice little base, and we can do this. Country load, take me home to the land. I don't remember the rest of the song, but there we go. This thing is good to go. It's a lodestone compass now, and wherever we go, you'll see that it points at this lovely little point. So if we go over here, you can see it's pointing back at that guy, and that is absolutely awesome. That's going to keep us very, very safe out here. I added a few more little details around this area, and I think it looks pretty solid now. I brought in some blackstone along the entire area to almost trim to add a trim to it and a little bit of a border. And then on the inside, I brought in, what the heck is this thing? That's a bummer. I have bone meal, perfect. I brought in some of this red thingy instead of we have the light blue thingy, the warp thingy, and the crimson thingy. I think it's Nylium, I don't really know. But I brought that in here, and I kind of like that little red contrast that we have with everything going on. I think it looks pretty sweet. The lodestone is standing up here in the middle, attached a chain to it so it feels more significant. And then up here, I grabbed a crafting table and 5 barrels if we want to store anything out of this area. I think that's going to be pretty good. Not really sure how much I'm actually going to be using this place as far as a storage outpost of sorts at this time. Maybe we'll keep expanding it if y'all want to see more of this stuff here. But that is a pretty great start to a nether base. I gotta say, we've got something in here. We've got a way that is easily recognizable with all of the white quartz in here. It's very, very easy to see it through the trees, which for me is the most important part. And then on top of that, this lodestone compass is definitely going to get us back home. These things, however, are stopping us from going home. So let's go ahead and get rid of them, and goodbye, and get over here, and bam! No. Okay. No. Yes. No. Yes. Okay, they are just stuck in the lava now. One last thing I absolutely need to do that I mentioned earlier is I need to fix my mining entrance, everybody. It's killing me. So we've got this way down right there. That's pretty good, and I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and take this guy all the way down to like Y level 12 or Y level 13, and hopefully we don't fall in lava. Well, falling into a cave is one thing. There's water over there. That could save our butt. Every time I keep stumbling across caves like this, I keep lighting them up completely because I'm like, well, maybe I'll build a mob farm out here. You never know. I kind of want to have a mob farm that'll be able to collect everything for us, so that's a smart decision, right? And then we can take that other smart decision and just come back in here and fill this thing in for now. Just finishing up the last few blocks of our drop chute here, and that's going to be both chutes ready to go. We just need to get the kelp placed on the other one and actually turn it into an elevator that we could take all the way up because it can be a little dangerous. So what I did here was we have this one coming all the way down here, and for now all I'm gonna do is put some water right up there. That'll flow down and stop us from falling. This one right here, however, we need to get, I forgot them, we need to have something that we can use to actually like stop the water from flowing out, some trapdoors or something like that. And then inside of here we need to just go ahead and get kelp going all the way up this to turn into some source blocks, and I might drown. Yeah, we're gonna drown. We gotta go all the way to the top. Oh, run, 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 run. Go, swim, 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 buddy. Oh, that's close. Okay, take two. Let's do it. Can we get all the way down there and back all the way up? It's amazing how quick you lose your breath when you don't have any respiration chance. I always forget that. All right, I think we made it. Perfect. Okay, so then if we do this and go all the way down here, this should hopefully not kill us. It did not. Get out of here, and then we can take our soul sand, sorry. Do this guy right like that, and then that will take us all the way up, please. It does. Now we have a quick way to get up and down, everybody. Up and down. Both up and down are now fully installed and are ready to go, which is very, very sweet. But my friends, I think that's gonna actually have to do it for today's episode. I do hope y'all enjoyed this one. If you did, please be sure to click that like button down below. And while you're down there, if you haven't already, consider clicking that subscribe button. And on top of that, my friends, let me know what you thought about doing this whole nethery stuff. Should we expand more into the nether? Should we focus on the overworld? All that type of stuff. I'm really curious to hear about what you all have to say. It seems like a lot of people are very hyped about the new nether stuff, but then a lot of people also still want to see overworld building and things like that, like taking the new nether blocks and bringing it to the overworld. So I don't know, let me know what y'all are thinking about that one, what you want to be seeing more of in this inside of the series. Is very, very helpful for me to know what type of content to make for y'all. So anyways, thank y'all so very much for watching and do all that cool stuff that we mentioned already. And my friends, I will catch you on the flip side.